and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a video to analyse a player who has the potential to be coming to Celtic. He fits various moulds for Celtic players, ticks quite a number of boxes, and would be an interesting signing to go along with Kyogo and all up front for Celtic. Celtic have a much better record signing Japanese players, with obviously Kyogo, Rei Haitati and Daisen Maeda all being top quality signings for Celtic, who've gone on to be stars for the club. This player, Mao Hosoya, in essence, is the player who kept Kyogo out of the Japanese squad for the Asian Cup. Mao Hosoya is a 22-year-old striker, more in the target man, centre forward role. He plays for Kashiwa Reysol in the J League. Currently has 5 Japanese full international caps with 1 goal. Previously 12 caps at under 23 with 6 goals, and 4 caps under 21 with 2 goals. He's an interesting player, and over the last season or so in the J League has become one of their star players, which is why he's been moved into the Japanese squad and has kept Kyogo out of the recent World Cup qualifying and the now Asian Cup squads for Japan. So now going to pop in 3-4 minutes of scouting highlights reel, full version available via the FC Ultras channel, elsewhere on YouTube. After that, we'll have a wee chat regarding my own opinions and analysis of the player, and a wee bit further of his stats in the J League. So hopefully you enjoyed that we look at Mao Hosoya, Japanese centre forward striker. As I was saying, 22 years old, 5'10". His contract with Kashiwa runs through to 2027 and currently valued on transfermarket.com at 1.6 million. And so entirely reasonable transfer fee for an established uh, international who is significantly improved over the last season. Over his whole career, 125 games, 30 goals, 7 assists. However, in his last season in the J League, 44 games, 17 goals, 1 assist. And so obviously went from 1 goal every 4 games over his whole career last season to almost 1 goal every 2 games. And has, over the last few months, kept, as I was saying, Kyogo out of the full Japanese squad. And does seem to give us at Celtic potentially a slightly different style of striker. Also would be a player where Kyogo and Hosoya could play as a 1-2, which Rodgers has been very reluctant to do with O and Kyogo up front. My own impressions for Hosoya, player is 2-footed, although is more right foot dominant, has a very efficient finishing style, very calm in the box, very good at creating space for himself in the box, losing the defender, very good instincts for getting himself in and around the space between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box to pick up passes and crosses and flicks by his teammates. Slightly suspect in the air, which is a wee bit concerning potentially, given his role more as a target man as well as a goal scorer. Has reasonable pace rather than great pace, pretty good control with the ball at his feet and dribbling, is able to drive into the box as well, but it would appear that, similar to Kyogo, he really is at his best, lurking on the shoulder of the last defender, losing the defender, getting himself into the box to receive the passes and crosses from teammates. Tends to be quite a central player, doesn't drift out to the right or left wing, but that is definitely a role he could be taught to do, to create space for the wide players and the midfielders to go in behind and score goals themselves. Does show the ability to hold up the play, to allow midfielders and wide players to join the attack, and so would look like a good player to use alongside and in preference to Kyogo, to allow Kyogo a rest, as at the moment he pretty much is playing every single game this season. Kyogo is one of Celtic's ever presence, and I think that has maybe had a wee bit of an impact on Kyogo's form over the season, where he's started practically every match, and when he hasn't started, he's come on as a later sub. I think of the players that Celtic are said to be looking at, such as Matthias Kiesgarden, Sidney van Hooijdonk, even Lawrence Shankland, and the young Scottish under-21 international Tommy Conway. I think Hosoya fits in that ranking. I personally would prefer, for a variety of reasons, Sidney van Hooijdonk or Tommy Conway. I think the Matthias Kiesgarden transfer is very, very enticing. However, Brøndby's fee at the last set of stories was far too high for a player of his goal output and international experience level. Um, as I said earlier, it's thought that Kashiwa would want a fee of around about 1.6 million, which I think for a player of Hosoya's abilities and qualities is an entirely reasonable transfer. I think there may well be other options out there better. I think it's an interesting name and profile to keep on the back burner, as it may be that Celtic, similar to a number of English Premier League and English Championship teams, does look at bringing in Hosoya at the end of this window or in the summer. Would be delighted to see what your own thoughts are regarding Hosoya, having had a look at this video, the full video on FC Ultras TV, and a couple of other highlight reels available elsewhere on YouTube, and also having a wee look at his various profiles and stats on the relevant sites on the internet. So that finishes off today's video about Mao Hosoya. Apologies for slightly dodgy acoustics and sound on the video today. It's due to the rain and wind battering the skylight window above my head where I'm recording this video. So for anyone new to the channel who has enjoyed this video and the general content of the channel, please do click that subscribe button, also the like button, which boosts all the YouTube analytics, gets more people able to watch this video. As always, please do pop your thoughts and opinions into the comment section, both regarding this video and Celtic in general, and I'll do my best to reply as quick as I can. Remember also daily trivia question in the community section, and also for the next few days a wee viewers poll to see who we feel would be best playing wide right in the front three for the game against Ross County. At the moment, Lee Labada leading by a reasonably big margin over Nicholas Kuhn, with a couple of votes for Mikey Johnston. So for today, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, a goodbye and hail hail.